Okay, so this portion of School of the Mind, again, is going to be video. And you get to see, we're still in the same book. This is part 2. Thunder and Lightning, Weather, Past, Present, Future. Lauren Rednes, author of Radioactive. One of my favorite songs is Radioactive. You know it? You know it? And the other one is, what's Imagine Dragons. Do you like that song? I Imagine Dragons. Okay, here it goes. So here's the drawings, very basic, looks like watercolor, cool. And there's a person out there enjoying the library. And it says, Nathan Myhrvold says, it's just one of these things where people say, who would have the right to do this? And I say, well, wait a minute. Every tailpipe of every car is emitting a gas into the atmosphere that is changing the climate. Ooh. Emma Maris, she says, she's a journalist. We are already running the whole Earth, whether we admit it or not. Then Alan is chiming in. He's a climatologist. I'm worried about it being developed as a weapon. I'm worried about a multinational corporation developing the technology. What would you think of the ExxonMobil Geoengineering Corporation? Would they have a heart? I'm worried about one country wanting the global temperature at one setting and the other global wanting it at a different setting and having a war because of that. Elizabeth Colbert, she's a journalist. Among the many likely consequences of shooting SOTs above the clouds would be new regional weather patterns. Alan Robcock answers, geotherming could cause a collapse of the monsoon in India and China and affect their food supply. Nathan Myhrvold says, I could see a country like China saying, look, you're right, we're polluting a bunch because we're developing. You guys did it in the 19th century. It's our turn. But hey, we're open-minded, guys, so we're also going to do some geoengineering. Things to negate anything we do. Have you heard that before? That is the worst theory ever. We're going to fix it by, when we break it, fixing it, instead of not breaking it in the first place. Because the fix is often worse than the original break. And then it just keeps spiraling on like that. Spiraling to when we should just, been better from the beginning. Excellence is nice in this direction. All right, so we keep going. And maybe while we're at it all, we'll negate something some of the rest of you do. Suppose you're a country like the Maldives. The highest part of the Maldives is only a couple of meters above sea level. So that is a real issue for these people. While the rest of the world argues and debates and does nothing, I think it would be completely within the interests of the Maldives to say, okay, screw it, we're doing it. And the rest of you guys, while you guys argue, we're going to go do it because we're going to sink. Otherwise, we're going to sink. And now, the rest of you guys, while you guys argue, we're going to do it because, repeating. And if they did it, who's going to stop them? Is some other country going to send fighter planes and attack them? Now, you could imagine crazy scenarios. You can imagine a southern tropical country, Brazil says, okay, you northern bastards, we're going to freeze you out. We're going to set one of these things up and we're going to dial the temperature back so much it creates a goddamn ice age. Oh. Then you can imagine Canada saying, well, this global warming sounds like a good idea to us. We're going to pump a lot of CO2 up because, screw it, we're tired of having to vacation in Hawaii. We don't make it. Canada is nice and toasty warm. Why don't we make Canada nice and toasty warm? We're really tired of our winters. This is actually very funny. Then David Kuth, the environmentalist scientist, says, it's not the end of the nature, but it is the end of wildness, or at least our idea of wildness. It means consciously admitting that we are living on a managed planet. Emma chimes in, even though we might really not want to interfere because we find it distasteful. There may come a day when we are morally obligated to do it, but I'm not gung-ho. Nathan says, look, geoengineering should only be deployed if we think there's really going to be a problem. If a disaster scenario doesn't occur, there's no reason to do this shit. Sounded like happy birthday to you, didn't it? Oh, my. So there you go. That is great. I wish I would have been in on that conversation. You? Yeah, for sure. That is awesome. Hope you enjoyed that.